It's the most anticipated talk show on Saturday nights. It's Outside the Box Live. We got the GM, the cat lady, right next to me there. We got Mr. Sick Myth himself sporting his new shirt down below. We got Mikey Mayhem down in the corner sponsoring his ghetto.
I don't know where I am.
With the Ghetto Theater channel. And so what's new, guys? How's your week been?
I learned that sometimes farts can have lumps.
Nice.
What can have lumps?
Farts.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know. I pulled that out. I'm in a mood tonight, so I just pulled that out of the air.
How's your week, Jay? What's new with you, brother?
Let's see. Last week, well, I worked. When we left the show last week, I ended up logging into work for until about 5 a.m. We have a special project going on, and Matt, what's up? Hey, what's going on, Matt? Hey, Matt, where were you last week? You were not here. You were not.
He was being a good boyfriend. He was out for Valentine's Day. I'm going to cover for my brother. I got to cover for him.
All right.
Excuse me.
But I was like, last week, I'm like, it's halfway through the show, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's Matt? He's usually here. That's when, yeah. So, Matt, did you and the woman have a good Valentine's Day dinner wherever you went to?
Me?
No, Matt. Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were here last.
I heard Mike. I'm going deaf. I'm old. I'm sorry. My God.
You're. Wait a minute. You're the same age as I am.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to deny that you're getting old, then
I am going to deny I'm getting old. Yes. Oh, I want to give a shout out. Had to take the old lady. Come on, you're going to call her the old lady. All right. Hiya, Steph.
Old lady.
Had to take the old lady out for Valentine's Day dinner. We did catch the rerun of the Outside. There we go. So where did you take her? Where did you go, Matt? Like, where did you take her?
Yeah, your stalkers want to know.
Yeah, your stalkers want to know. Where'd you go?
Spill it. Give us the details, son.
So, Steph, I see he was a little bit surprised, huh?
Incredibly surprised. And Jay, couldn't have been a better day to open my mail. Every so often you just have one of those work days where it's like, oh my God, like, oh, what a day. But I opened my mail and I got this beautiful shirt and it made everything better. It really did. Because I had myself a day.
Nope, I haven't. I've been to Kevin's once to do a wedding, but I didn't like to officiate it, but I didn't eat there. But I do want to go back there. It looked pretty nice in there.
Nice place. Yeah.
Gina and I stood outside of Chuck E. Cheese and took a picture.
We saw that. That's right.
That was my idea.
Yep. Nice pick.
Well, what we're doing at work, we have a project going on for Medicare and late enrollment penalties, and it's just craziness. But they're like, you want overtime? Take it and run with it. So I'm like, yes. Thank you for all who's watching, and thank you for all who subscribe to all our channels. Down in the description somewhere, you will find a link to all our channels, which I want to talk about really quick. Yo, Lenny, what's up? The Sick Myth channel. Lenny? If you guys like local history, I kind of like local history. Now, Fred, I just listened. Actually, I was coming home from the store and listened to your Avondale video, which I did not. Nice. I knew about it, but I didn't know actually what happened. So, guys, the nice thing about Fred's channel, if you like local history and stuff that we shouldn't forget about, because was it 102 Well, 104 if you want to count those two guys who tried to go and help them who died.
Yeah.
104 people lost their lives in a matter of how many? Like an hour, 2 hours, however long it took.
Yeah, it was a real catastrophe. Now that happened back in 1869, and what we're going to do next. So the next video that I'm working on, kind of part two. When I was on the show last week, I was telling you guys I was doing like a 4-part thing.
Right.
Now I want to do a 5-part. I'm adding one more in. But I started with Avondale because that seemed to be about one of the oldest local mining catastrophes. So the next one we're going to do took place in 1896, and it was the twin shaft disaster in Pittston, where. Yep, we're going to do Knox Mine 2. That occurred in 1959, I believe. So we're going to kind of end the 5-part series with the Knox Mine disaster because that was, believe it or not, the more recent mining disaster.
Oh, I definitely believe it. The Knox Mine disaster was the absolute death knell of coal mining in this valley. Once the Knox Mine disaster occurred, nobody wanted to go. Like the switch from coal to other, like natural gas and oil and everything, people were like, these guys are killing themselves, keep pulling this stuff out of the ground, and I mean, and it was basically like, I forget who the last, it might have been Blue Coal, who hung around the longest. I'm not sure. But I mean, the collieries started shutting down. My grandfather was a coal miner, so I'd hear all the stories.
Yeah, so was
growing up. And I lived with my grandparents growing up, so I heard a lot of the stories. And Knox just that was the final nail in the coffin as far as a lot of people were concerned. So it would definitely be appropriate to have that be the last. In your series, because that's not only is it the most recent, but it was also what really crushed coal mining Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to believe that that occurred when it did. Like all these years living in the area, hearing about the Knox Mine disaster, and knowing a little about it, but not really taking enough time to like really dive into it and educate myself. I just assumed that happened maybe in the, early 1900s, 1920s, maybe Great Depression era. But the more I read about it, it's like, wow, that happened in 1959. My dad was a year old when that occurred. And you're right, Mike, mining pretty much was just, that was it. That was like the nail in the coffin.
And but I'm sure it was, as far as I don't know which company it was. I forget which company it was who was responsible for it. I mean, number one, Well, I think we talked about this last week. That's what my grandfather used to always tell me. They weren't supposed to go under the river. They weren't supposed to go under a school or under, at any time they were following a vein, they'd have to have surface observers go up and say, okay, well, you're within 500 feet of the school. You can go another 300 feet, and then you have to stop. But the foreman, they had quotas and every other thing. How much coal they had to pull out of the ground every day. It's like, follow the vein. There's a school. Follow the vein.
Right.
Churches, schools.
It was a ruthless industry. It really was, especially in the beginning, just ruthless.
Oh, absolutely. My God. We were talking about that last week too. Somebody died and they would just wrap their body up in a piece of linen and throw them on the porch, their front porch, and knock on the door and run.
And say, here you go. Basically, Wolf even did that.
Yeah. I know. It's terrible. It was just like collateral damage. It's like, the nature of the work that they were doing was so damn dangerous They signed up for it because it was a steady paycheck. They were able to put food on the table, literally, you know. And yeah, it's just amazing, man. I was at Barnes and Noble today, and I looked at the local book section where they have just a ton of reading material. If you're into um, the coal mining industry in Northeast PA, or in general, um, definitely get yourself to Barnes and Noble. I mean, there's a ton of info on the internet, but if you're old school like me and you like to have, an actual book to reference, there's a ton of great stuff up there. Local history.
It's now this week though, this Thursday I'm going in for my surgery. So Saturday, who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to look like probably hell Saturday, but yeah, Thursday I'm going in for my surgery for my eyes. So we'll see what I look like Saturday.
Wear a black eye patch, and then you just like, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Me hearties with me bottle of liquor, my juice. No, but that's Molly. Stop, good girl. No, but it's Thursday. No, I am going for my eyelid surgery. So I'm only working Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I figure I'm going to bowl out any overtime I can, or any more time I can get. It's over at the eye care specialist down in Kingston, and you got a kitty on your back.
That's Olin, the one who tried to kill me with my scissors.
The phrase normally having a monkey on your back, you literally got a kitty on your back.
Well, I am the cat lady.
You are.
He likes to headbutt.
Are you going to behave, Olin?
Probably not. And speaking of guys,
behave?
that QR code up there near Gina's head, if you want to support my food reviews, my food shows, help out with, because I do that out of my own pocket. I go do locals. I tried Chipotle today just for the hell of it. And it was interesting. Wasn't bad, but it looked more like, it reminded me of like a cafeteria style like type of place.
So they had those folding things with all the little round seats on them?
No, not really. It's just basically like your basic table chairs. Nothing fancy. Like if I'm gonna go, I said I never there, so I wanted to try it out. And I heard people talk about Chipotle. I'd rather. I mean, nothing against them. I'd rather Burrito Loco.
Living Burrito Loco.
So
I noticed that they're kind of like a Subway for burritos.
There's three places.
That's how Moe's is. Moe's is like the Subway. Like you sit there or you stand there and you tell the food person like, oh yeah, I want black beans, yeah, double meat, rice. You tell them what you want in the thing, and then by the time I'm done, it's like that
big. I'd say my first. I've been to 3 different places now and got burritos. I'm gonna say my first pick was Burrito Loco. My second pick is, and I forget the name. It's on Mundy Street. Bubba
Coos Burritos.
Bubba Coos Burritos.
On Mundy Street?
Mundy Street.
On Mundy Street.
On Mundy Street.
I'd say third would be Chipotle.
Township cops do that, or when we used to have them on the scanner, the township cops would, whenever they got called there, be like, 847 on Mundy Street. On Mundy Street? On Mundy Street. They would do it all the time. It was hilarious. I missed the scanner.
Jay, I had a pretty badass burrito from Torado's down on Pierce Street.
Oh, Torado's.
Yeah.
Oh, you say Torado, I say Torado.
It's Torado.
Yeah.
A potato.
No. That was the last name of my first ex-husband.
I
thought I had a picture on my phone. I guess I don't. I guess I just ate the damn thing. I didn't take a photo. Usually I do.
Oh, for 2 seconds there, I thought you meant Gina's ex-husband. Why would you have a picture of him on your phone?
Oh, no.
Hi, Susan. How you doing tonight? Thanks for checking in with us.
Hi, Sue.
But yeah, so Torado's, I've had their I forget what they call it. It's like almost like they look like little taco things, but Perrit, I can't remember. But I've had their pizza was really good too. Their pizza, Toretto's had a good pizza. I haven't tried their burrito. I forgot they even had burritos. I'll have to go back and check that out. But Chipotle was packed though today, because I guess over at the Armory they were doing the Army had their their drills this weekend or today. There was a shit ton of army people. I knew if something's going down, I'd be safe in that place because there was just a ton of army people. Nah, probably didn't have any guns or anything, but
yeah.
So today's
they probably had guns. They just didn't. They were probably just training like without ammo.
Yeah. There was like at least 20 army guys in there today. Like I was like, holy shit, a lot of people.
Jay, you went to the new Chipotle in Kingston.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I did.
Gotcha. I haven't been there yet. I've been to the Wilkes-Barre one, and yeah, probably just the Wilkes-Barre one. But yeah,
I thought it would be more like, I don't know. It just seemed like Catholic, like plain Jane. Nothing wrong with it. Not saying anything bad, but I was expecting more like, I don't know, like almost like Barbecue burritos or Burrito Loco. Like I like Burrito Loco. Now with Barbecue's burritos, if you haven't been there, you have to go up to the thing and you kind of walk down like the subway line, like one add this, one add this, one add this. Where Burrito Loco, they come to you. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And
well, you can't get a medic on a subway line.
Yeah, that's true.
Conductor don't like it. He says you're wasting your time.
I do got something to show you guys. And today our topic is local support and locals. So let's see. I want to share my screen. It is. I want to share with you all the new computer's running a little bit slow.
That's what we used to say about you back in school.
The Ghetto Theater of Wilkes-Barre t-shirt. The official t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
I can't see it.
Can't see it?
It says, oops, connection lost, reconnecting. Yeah, you can still see it. You can still see and hear me.
Yeah, I can still see and hear you.
Looks good.
I'm showing off the
I'm not seeing it on the I have it playing on the computer.
Right.
Or on the TV in front of me, so I can see it there now. There's like a delay.
Okay, yeah, there might be
a delay. I have to wait like 10 seconds before I can see it on the.
There is the backside. Look at that, showing off the Ghetto Theater of Wilkes-Barre. Now it's starting from $26.95. I have different colors, and there's something called Afterpay. If you sign for Afterpay, you can make payments, so you don't have to pay it all at once. So I like that. They offer it through. I'm offered Afterpay. But look at that, the Ghetto Theater of Wilkes-Barre T-shirt for all you. Let's see. All right. And
actually, I was going to say, like, I have the channel logo, but there's actually like I have like a logo that actually spells out Ghetto Theater of Wilkes-Barre in that font, in that color. Just so you're aware.
Okay. Yeah. But guys, starting out at $26.95, you can get the Ghetto Theater of Wilkes-Barre t-shirt. And
I actually do have a new video. I just haven't got it out there yet.
I'm looking forward to that one. We're looking forward to seeing that one. Guys, like and subscribe to these channels. Let's help all our channels grow. And also I have some things in the shop zone that I want to share with you guys. We just showed the Ghetto Theater t-shirt. You can now get the Ghetto Theater mug. Drink your coffee with Mike in the Ghetto Theater, $9.95. Coffee, tea.
Sweet.
How you doing, Beaver County there, Mark? What's going on? Click on that QR code. Get yourself the Ghetto Theater mug. Now, for all of you that know me that I'm a wedding officiant, I want to show you my Simple Ceremonies t-shirt. Love is simple with Simple Ceremonies. Now, I got a new hot dog and any PA shirt.
Be nice.
That's right. Go hot dogging my way or your way. Check that out. Now,
Nice.
we have, I showed last week, I believe, maybe not, the Sick Myth coffee mug too, so you can drink your coffee with Sick Myth and Fred and the Sick Myth guy. Check him out, $9.95.
Nice.
There it is.
I am a big time coffee drinker, so if anybody wants to meet up for a coffee, I love my coffee.
And if everybody checks out the shirt that Fred's wearing now, you can get the Sick Myth Skull t-shirt, $19.95 starting out. Click that QR code. Now, just so you know, when you guys support and buy stuff, I don't keep the money. Like, I only make like maybe $10 overhead. A lot of it's production cost. It goes back to the restream. It helps do the food videos, whether it's buying the stuff at the grocery store. So you're like, but also support the channel, support their channels. And so we got the Sick Myth there going. And speaking of Sick Myth, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. And let's see, catch up. Mark Grego from Beaver County checking in. Awesome. Thank you. And Fred, do you use a coffee press or a regular brewer?
Question. So, I was strictly like a Keurig coffee drinker when I bought my house like 12, 13 years ago. And then I got really sick of it. And my wife got me a Nespresso machine for Christmas a couple years ago. You might see their commercials. It's like George Clooney and others, advertising the Nespresso machines. Man, let me tell you, man, like best Christmas gift ever. Such a great cup of coffee. So I don't really do the press. I do have a French press. I've used it. I'm just too impatient to use the French press. I like to just hit a button, my coffee brews, and I'm good to go. So I buy the Nespresso pods. Can't go wrong.
I do a little bit of everything. I don't do the espresso though.
Oh, it's such a great machine.
I don't do coffee, period. No. But yeah, it's now I like hot chocolate, so drink hot chocolate.
I do too.
So
well, I'm happy to say, remember the kitten that I had up for adoption last week?
Yes.
He got adopted today.
Beautiful.
He went to his forever home.
Nice.
And he was renamed. His name now is Oreo.
What was his name when you had him?
Mr. Gray.
Mr.
I just
Gray.
got the name that she named him originally.
So, Mark, what's new out in Beaver County, PA? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Is it cold, snow? What's going on out there? And I hit. Oh, I'm happy to say that my channel has hit the 600 subscriber mark. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you, everyone.
Woo! Congrats, Jay. That's awesome, man. Feels like yesterday you just hit 500. Now you're at 600, dude.
Yep, we're ready to go.
Congratulations.
But yeah, so it's with. Also, I just want to give a quick plug. I am a wedding officiant. Spring's gonna be coming in. If you guys are looking to engage couples, looking for a wedding officiant, hit me up. I'd be happy to come out and talk to you, or talk to you on the side and officiate your weddings. On my channel, you can see my wedding videos. Hot cocoa with fluff. There you go, Susan. There you go.
Yeah. You got it, Susan.
Oh, okay. You live near the Ohio River. Awesome. And I throw this out to anybody that wants to come on in the studio or virtual studio and hang with us. Let me know. I'll bring you on. You're more than welcome to chat with us all night. So if you guys want to come be a part of the show, just let me know.
Awesome.
But we'd love to have a more the merrier, you know. I mean, it's what else?
We love guests.
We do. We love guests. And
Yeah.
Sometimes we love them too much.
Scare them away. No. But no, it's I would like to get. There's a couple of people out there that I'm trying to get a hold of. I'd love to bring on the show. More YouTube content creators. But we'll see. I didn't get anything back yet. I offered, so we'll see. I just had a moment. Is here for sightings where you live? No, we normally, Mark. I haven't heard any local Bigfoot sightings. How about you guys?
No. I know somebody who hoaxed one. Like they pretended to be Bigfoot and fooled some campers.
So they were frauding.
Yeah, the only Bigfoot I know is Mike.
Well, thanks for that. There you go. I could run around the woods naked, you know. I mean,
yeah, no.
I am hairy.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, you're tall, you have big feet. Have to special order shoes sometimes.
I got a quick question.
I'm only just like.
Mark. Go ahead, Mikey. Sorry. Did we lose Mikey?
I think he froze. He did freeze.
All right, here. Let me ask a quick question. So, Mark, you said you're in Beaver County. Are you close to? I think it's called the Forest County Bigfoot Festival in Marionville, Pennsylvania. Are you familiar with that? I thought it was near Punxsutawney. The Forest County Bigfoot Festival. Anyway,
we lost Mike.
And
it's I just kind of have to let like Mike froze in the most perfect.
We should put that on the T-shirt.
That would be funny.
Look at Mikey.
That'd be funny.
Oh man.
But it's.
Yeah, I got myself a Pennsylvania Dutch birch beer.
I love Pennsylvania Dutch birch beer. Years and years ago, during my marriage days, where the heck was it? Somewhere down near Lancaster, they had this. Oh, let me bring Mike back. There he is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's Marshall Mike.
It was weird. Like, it was all live for me. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm right here.
Mike Hunt.
You just froze, dude.
I saw it because like I said, I watch it on the screen in front of me, and it's like on a 10-second delay, and it's like you're all laughing about the expression on my face, and it's like, yeah, that is quite jocular. I agree.
It's Is that a Porky's reference?
That's a lot of references.
Okay.
A lot of.
First one that comes to mind.
What I was thinking of is Joe Pantoliano when he was in The Sopranos, you know, the guy's saying he's from Beaver County, so I'm thinking Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, and you know, the guy. Yes, my name is Detective Mike Hunt. I'm with the Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania Police Department. Like he was crank calling somebody's mother, saying that, you know, he was caught illicitly with a Cub Scout, and you know.
Yeah, Ralphie.
You had to have watched The Soprano. What's that?
Ralphie Cifaretto. He calls Paulie Walnut's mom at the nursing home, and does the whole thing.
Yeah, so that's that. I don't know. It just popped into my head when I heard Beaver County. It's like, oh, if that's Beaver County, then I'll be Mike Hunt.
Beaver Falls Police Department. I don't know how to put this delicately, ma'am.
I'm pretty sure when I worked at the Red Cross, I went to Beaver County for blood drives.
First thing I think about is Porky's scene where Pee-wee called and pranks the restaurant, and the girl answers. He's like, looking for my friend. She's like, is Mike Hunt here? And like everybody's died out. It's the first thing that came to mind. And we grew up in the 80s where there was like Porky's, and we got away with stuff like that on TV. Those were the good old days. Let me tell you.
I don't like Porky's. It's Canadian.
It's
I'm very racist towards Canadians.
Porky's is Canadian? No.
Yeah, it is.
Really? Oh, yeah.
So is Battlestar Galactica.
That was still an awesome show, but
yeah, but it's
the original Battlestar Galactica. Where have I gone? I haven't really gone anywhere this week. Like just Chipotle today, and I stopped off to see Scott. His name's Scott. He owns. He's one of those of South Main Abe's. Stopped in to say hi with him. Got a couple dogs. Came home. So
I worked today.
I worked. Well, technically, I worked today. I worked from midnight till 5 a.m. So I can't technically kind of work today too.
No, that's tomorrow.
No, I did that last night. Too.
Okay.
I slept a lot today. I slept until about 4 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon.
I did not know
that.
I
took a nap. Then I took a nap for about 3 hours.
No, do not remember that.
Yes, I did.
Trapped in Paradise? No, my friend, I did not.
Nobody remembers that one. Yeah.
Titus sounds familiar. I don't know.
It came out in the 90s. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it was a flop. Breakfast Club is a great movie, Mark. Great movie.
There used to be there was something called Thunder in Paradise with Hulk Hogan for like maybe a season, which
that
was an actual film.
Oh, was it?
He did a film. He played a space alien, which isn't too far removed from what he really is. And basically, it's him running around for an hour and a half. Hulkamania, brother! Hulkamania!
You sound pretty close like him when you did that. You know that?
Oh, I'm a fairly good mimic when it comes to people.
But
he's really good at voices.
There was
the Macho Man Randy Savage.
There was a TV show called Thunder in Paradise where it was almost like kind of looked like almost like Knight Rider, but it was a boat.
Oh God!
And it didn't.
I do remember that vaguely.
Yeah, I think it only lasted like one season. That's it.
Then you had like Airwolf, which was like Knight Rider with a helicopter. Then you had the other one where it was Knight Rider, but it's a motorcycle. Yeah, that was 80s TV. That was God, who was that? Not Norman Lear. I can't think of the guy, the producer. Came up with all those shit. Came up with Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
Buck Rogers.
I'm blanking. He did Battlestar Galactica. He did the A-Team. He did Knight Rider. The creator.
But
Glenn Larson. Glenn A. Larson. That was his name.
Yeah, that's him. And actually, he was Mormon, and he was trying to with Battlestar Galactica. He was actually he put like a lot of Mormon type proverbs and stuff into the show. Well, anyway, that's there's like the 12, the Council of the 12, and all that has to do with the 12 tribes. You have our blessings from the Council of the 12. You remember that?
Mark just threw up a question. Who remembers Automan from the 80s?
Sadly, I do.
Sadly, I remember that.
They're the fun shows to talk about because they were the flops. Desi Arnaz Jr. was in that.
Was he the Auto Man guy, or was he like the sidekick guy?
He was the sidekick guy. He was the guy in the chair guy.
Okay, I was just saying, I don't remember if he was like
he created Auto Man.
Okay, I think the car looked like a Lamborghini. I think it was supposed to look like a Lamborghini.
It was like it really was. It was an Italian sports car. I forget if it was a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, but they had it like done up in like light effects and everything.
Right, that's why it looked kind of like a Lambo, but not like a Countach Lambo maybe. But yeah, you're about to go down.
You got to remember the Master. You know,
I love that show. I can't remember who was in it. I forget the story.
Tim Van Patten.
Oh, sorry about that.
He's one of the Van Pattens, you know, and
like a Kung Fu Master trait. Like I vaguely remember watching it, but I used to watch it like every week. The Master.
Watch the Mystery Science Theater 3000 treatment of it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to, like I said, you want to talk about 80s. Don't talk about Cheers or don't talk about ones that were successful. Talk about the flops because they're hilarious.
Oh, hi, cutie.
The Master, every time you had to do something, intricate, like say walk on a tightrope, or all of a sudden he would mask up. All you could see are his eyes, and his eyes did not look like, as he described himself, the world's first Occidental ninja. His eyes didn't look very Occidental when he put the mask on.
KJ, this kitty is Willow.
What's up, Willow?
Willow.
See how pretty she is?
MST3K. Wait, I'm not KJ. I'm not
Mystery Science Theater.
Mystery Science Theater. Okay, 3000. Gotcha.
Great show.
Speaking of one of my favorite shows. Sorry.
Has anybody seen the new Chevy Corvette? One passed me out on the highway last week, and they kind of look like Lamborghinis. The way they redesigned the new Corvettes, they kind of have like that same slanted, kind of vibe going on. I thought it was a Lamborghini. I'm like, who the hell in Wilkes-Barre is driving a Lamborghini? And then I was like, oh, that's a new Corvette. Damn.
I seen last year's Corvette model, not 20. I seen them last year, and they do look like kind of quick, like a Lambo, or
they look cool.
Like they look neat, but I'm like, give me the old school Corvettes, like back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
A buddy of mine, Hank, he has a really nice Corvette from like the 90s. Thing is fast.
Oh yeah.
He took me out in 81 with the thing. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Nice and lightweight, fast car.
Oh yeah, just suck getting in and out of those things because they're low to the ground. Those vets.
Oh yeah.
But it's like.
Yeah, my knuckles were white when I got out. When we got done with that ride. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Well, the cool thing for me was, growing up, Mike, my dad was in the car business, so every so often he'd bring home because I was still in the cars, he'd bring home something we brought home a vet one time for supper, so I could he drove home for supper and he went back. So I seen vets. Remember when the Chrysler Laser came out?
Vaguely.
It was the present to the psychic to the Dodge Daytona. Same thing, just Dodge Chrysler, different.
Cleo.
But
actually, the Dodge that when I think Dodge sports car, and I think you probably know what I'm going to say, or the Viper.
Yeah.
10-cylinder engine.
Didn't go you hit the gas and you hit the pedal, the gas gauge went, But yeah, I remember the Viper. I never sat in a Viper. Never was able to sit in a Viper. I
always had trouble with sports cars because my legs are so damn long.
Right. It's the they look like the throwback to the Charger. I think they call it. Dubbed it the Challenger. When they came out, it looked like an old school Charger, not like the
Charger. The Charger and Challenger were out. They were both out in the 70s.
No. But they redid it. They redid them.
Yeah, they're still around, I believe. The
Right.
Charger and
Hey,
Challenger.
The Challenger was like
cool
the two-door
cars.
coupe
very nice.
for the Challenger.
Yeah.
It wasn't very nice. She
I
didn't do
wanted
anything
I
to
wanted to drive one so bad, and one time I had the chance, and I freaking
you.
hated it.
Exactly nice.
It did not. But that car was built for just pure, strictly muscle power. Like, by the time I got done with it, because I used to work for Kosha Ford years and years ago, and they had one, so I had to drive it, put gas in it, and it was an automatic. It wasn't one that stick. It was an automatic, but just by the time I took it up for gas and back, like I was like, holy shit, I'm crippled. Like it was just strictly like high powered, like just muscle.
That's why they call them muscle cars, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Jay, I think I'm pretty sure the General Lee was a Charger, not a. That was a Charger,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
60,
I told you gotta be nice.
68, 69 Charger.
I believe it was a 69.
I think
69.
originally it was 69, but during the seasons it was like they used a 68, like because they were running out of 69 to find.
Oh yeah, because every time they jump one of those things, they totally trash the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the movies, it hit and there's like, oh, it's perfect, and
All those trick shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Thank
my dad is a big Mustang guy. He has an old Mustang, but one of his favorite movies is Bullet with Steve McQueen with that green Bullet Mustang flying down the hills of San Francisco.
I know the movie. I don't know if I ever saw the whole thing though. With Steve McQueen. I know of it though. I mean, also
I know of it from Pawn Stars.
Yeah. It was
with
a
Nicolas-
68 Mustang, green.
Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage. That was a cool fucking Mustang.
Oh yeah. Man, when that movie came out, everybody was at the movie theater to see Gone in 60 Seconds. Thought it was like the best movie ever. Then all the Fast and Furious movies started coming out, and there's like 50 of them.
Mark,
I actually got to see Adam West and Burt Ward at the Wyoming Valley Mall.
Really?
When I was little, like when I was about when I was like maybe 4 years old. They actually those two went on a mall tour. Because you got to remember, the Batman series was canceled in the 60s. So when we saw it, it was all reruns, and it's like, hey, we have a resurgence in our career in reruns. Let's go on a mall tour, and they would basically act out as Batman and Robin, and like have like this little detective story on top of one of the water fountains. Like they would build a stage over the water fountains in the mall.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, and I got Adam West's autograph. Even I was thrilled. Batman signed a Batman picture for me, which that's lost to time. I don't know where that ended up. In fact, I think I might have lost it in one of the stores when my mother went shopping afterwards.
It was.
But yeah, the Futura. I forget who made the Batmobile. I think it might have been Pontiac. I think it was a Pontiac Futura.
Yeah, I did. What's his name? Who like designed Kit and. What's his name? Who did the shit? Forget his name.
The Futura it never made it out of the prototype stage.
No, who's that guy that did all the car, like the Knight Rider, I can't remember his name.
Get out of there.
I don't know if I ever knew it.
But like he took the Futura and made it into what we know as the Batmobile. He's I can't remember his name. Damn it, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yeah. I got you.
We still have a mall. It's actually going to get Mark. We still have a mall in Wilkes-Barre. Actually in Wilkes-Barre Township. But from what I understand, they're going to basically cut the thing in half and turn half of that mall into a car dealership. Which is
I'm surprised
strange.
Motor World Motor World has their own literally town enough for to build. I don't know why they moved to the mall.
Yeah, you know what's really weird? They actually rent that, like that all that land that they have down on 315.
Right.
They rent all that. I found that
No.
out in a city council meeting.
Really? I thought they bought that all off Ron Early when they bought him out.
No, the Motor World actually rents that land. I don't know what else you would do with that land other than have a ginormous car dealership. But the thing is, like, the city's doing all kinds of stuff to entice them to stay, because to have that off the books, like off the tax rolls and everything, is going to be, it's going to cost the city a lot, because they're moving their business essentially to Wilkes-Barre Township.
Wow, did not know that.
Yeah,
it was George Barris. I just looked it up.
Yeah, Jay. George Barris also designed the cars in the Munsters. So the Dragula,
the coffin mobile. I call it the coffin mobile.
Yeah, the Munster coach.
I think he did also well, maybe not. I don't. The Hillbillies, the original Beverly Hillbillies car.
Yep. He also did the Beverly Hillbillies car too. Yep.
It's
oh man. George Barris. Yeah, the Batmobile, the original 60s Batmobile, man. What a crazy design.
They said Jeff Dunham. I saw on a while ago on YouTube. He has an original Batmobile, but he also has a Batmobile from the first Michael Keaton Batman movie, and
oh wow,
he actually had it like he had it done up so like all the buttons actually do something now, like in like the monitors, and to make it like road legal. Like one camera is like a backup camera, so you could see once like side cameras he had to do, but it was the Batmobile from the Michael Keaton film.
Mike, are you a Pink Floyd fan?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see Nick Mason? Did you ever see Nick Mason's car collection?
No, I have not.
Oh, dude.
I'm sorry.
Nick Mason, the
drummer
of Pink Floyd. He's I don't even want to put a number on it. I'll just say dozens. He's got like dozens of muscle cars and hot rods and all kinds of crazy shit. You got to look it up online, man. Nick Mason's car collection. Crazy.
A lot of them, though, like they seem to go in for that. Like there's plenty of quote unquote rock stars who collect cars. Yeah. I guess when you have sick money like that, you gotta do something with it. And I like James Hetfield. He does he's part of the whole like Bay Area hot rod community, like where they they take old, kind of like the ZZ Top thing, where they take like an old car, strip it down to the frame, and then build it back up into like these monstrosities. And like like I said, there's a lot. There's like a lot of that in the world of successful musicians. What's that? Yeah.
Avenger 6 is in the house. Avenger said like Jay Leno. Jay Leno has a garage full of like.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Jay Leno has a crazy car collection. Yeah, I was thinking about him too.
But also like Jay Leno was actually like he knows how to like build, like work on them and build them. Like he knows how to do all that shit, which helps.
Yeah.
But
I have a Chevy Spark. And it's purple. They call the color grape ice. It's very light purple.
Nice.
Yeah, I to me it's like I very few times in my life I owned more than one car, and it was because I couldn't get rid of one when it came time to buy another one, kind of thing. So that's why I would own more than one car. Like I'd have two cars, But in every case, the other car didn't run.
Hi, John.
John Marconi is in the house, baby. Yeah.
Hey, John. What's up?
Yeah,
John? I figured out how to get my channels in. So.
Okay, that's good. Worked for National Motor Club, and Jay Leno was one of our customers. Wow, that's cool, Andrew.
Wow.
Nice. It's
He's got a lot of Corvettes, doesn't he? Doesn't he have, like, is he a big Corvette guy? I think. I'm sure he's got more than just that, but yeah, here, let me check.
A couple of years back, they had a car show up in the Midway Shopping Center, and they had Herbie the Love, which I had have a video up on my Outside the Box playlist. They had Herbie the Love Bug, the General Lee, and it was cool because whoever had this version of the General Lee years ago, I remember watching it on one of the specials, like on the like DVD special that they had, where all the actors signed. If you pop the trunk, signed their names on they signed their initials. They signed their autographs in the backside of this trunk. This car had it. I was like, damn. That's how you know it was like authentic, like an authentic General Lee. I have a 24 Kia Forte. Nothing compared to like my 79 Camaro, but it's Kia Forte.
I drive the Pinto from the Wayne's World movies with the flames on the doors. That's what I drive.
That's not a Pinto.
It's not a Pinto. What was that?
It was an AMC Pacer.
Yeah, it was a Pacer.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
They had that on Pawn Stars. They bought it and restored it.
No kidding.
Apparently, it was sitting out in somebody's yard.
The Wayne Road Pacer.
It had like rotten licorice in it and everything.
Yeah. Did it have the licorice?
Yeah. Well, when they took it to be restored, they restored the licorice dispenser.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, they restored it to to movie perfection. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Apparently, nice. One of the production team took it and it just ended up in their yard. They had nowhere to keep it. And mice were building like nests. Field mice were building nests in it and everything.
Oh yeah.
FP decided he didn't want to be part of the show anymore and went out on his own, basically. When they decided that was it, and he left. I wished him best of luck in whatever he does, and that's the last really heard of him.
Well, I thought you lived by him.
Well, I do, but I don't. I really don't see him anymore. Like I'm about 2 houses down from him, and like literally, I work from home. I just run to the store. Like I don't really go because it's winter time. I really don't go outside a lot, but I barely see him anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what he's up to. He used to text me. I don't know. Can't tell you. But it's FP decided to leave.
He did come in for the comments a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you seem like we saw him sometimes. He came in, he'll see hi through the chat, and then he bounces out. But yeah, whatever he's doing, he's doing his own thing. I mean, he's still my friend as far as I know. I don't know. In one of our first episodes for this year, I'm like, I'm saying, everybody, things evolve and people move on, and hey, that's great. The show will always continue, our show anyway. And
yeah, he signed his rights away.
Yeah, he wanted to leave. He wanted out. Okay, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah, we have nothing but love for everybody here except Canadians.
Except the what?
Canadians.
Oh well,
I'm sure there's like there are 10 or 20 Canadians out there right now saying, "What's that about?" But no, boycott Rush. They're Canadian and they have no talent.
I don't agree with that. I don't have nothing against Canadians.
Their bacon is evil. It's a lie. It's round.
Rachel wants to know: a hot dog is a sandwich. True or false?
I say true.
technically it is considered a sandwich, but technically, no, it's not. It's a hot dog.
Well, it depends on what you put on it.
True.
If it's plain, then maybe not. But when you start adding all that stuff to it, then it is a sandwich.
And Venger actually commented on it. I made a potato and cheese dog. That was interesting. That turned out pretty good.
Yep, that looked good. Steph and I watched that last night. That looked good. Jay, you know what that reminded me of? When we were watching that video, I don't think they really have them around here, but in New York City, in Philly, we've seen them like in their Chinatown or their Koreatown in some of the big cities. You could get it's basically a corn dog, right? It's a corn dog, but the outside has all kinds of interesting toppings, so you could get like your traditional corn dog, but with like home fried potatoes, like kind of blended into the batter. So the next time we go to a big city, I might have to bring you a couple of these Korean, I forget the name of them. I'm gonna have to Google it, but yeah, they are good.
It's
Let's see what they're called.
I watched. There's this guy. His name's Chris. His channel's like Chris of New York City, or something like that. And he walks around New York City and he hits like hot dog joints. A lot of the like the cards. But there was one stand one place he walked into where it was very like it was like Asian style type of hot dog that he put and it looked really good. And I wish I could wish I could remember that. Game of Thrones is the best show of all time, true or false?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I never watched, I never got into it. I don't know why. I just never got into watching it.
I made up lyrics to the opening theme.
Peppers.
That's about a dwarf named Lannister. He's named Lannister.
John, I agree with you. Well, I never had pepper jack on it, but one of my earlier videos from last year. Okay, I went to Dominic's of New York. It's a hot. For those that don't know Dominic's of New York, it's a Italian sausage stand that's usually outside. This one is out in front of Lowe's down in Edwardsville. Now they don't have chili, but I got it with brown mustard, their peppers, their signature peppers, onions, and it was really good. Like cheese, like they have sliced cheese, but it turned out really good. It wasn't bad.
I just eat hot dogs with ketchup. I'm a heathen.
Avengers said what? Sopranos. I never that was on home box. I never had the home box subscription, so I never saw those.
No.
We have every episode on DVD. We have every box set of Sopranos. So if you got lots of time on your hands, you want to binge watch Sopranos, I could drop off. I mean, if you have a DVD player.
I do actually. My one TV, I have a DVD player. It's built in. Yeah, I do.
I could hook you up, man. I have the whole series on DVD.
I'd love to find
the best.
Are you saying hi?
Yeah. What? I'm trying to think what others like. Jeannie, you mentioned something about South Park, I think, didn't you? Did I just?
Yeah, we've been watching South Park.
Going down to South Park, gonna have ourselves a time.
Friendly faces everywhere. Nah, I can't remember the rest. I still like Cartman. Like he acts all big, and then there was one episode, there was one clip I saw, and I had to laugh. Cartman was like picking on it wasn't Cam, it was Stan or Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
He turned on just popped him in the head, and all of a sudden Cartman's like starts crying, and I had
I just saw that one the other night.
Come on,
we're like around season 8 right now.
You just turn around and just pop them, and Carter's like, he stops for like a second, and I'm gonna tell my mom.
Mike, look what John said.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I don't mean to slay you, sir.
Mystic Kitchen. Venger was brought up Mystic Kitchen. When you come out here in how many weeks? We'll go because I want to go back and try their burger. But Mystic Kitchen actually used to be, it was called Amelia's Diner way back, and then they retired, sold someone, and it was called Outer Limits Diner, which could not make a go of it. But when I was in Mystic Kitchen, as you saw part of the video, they were packed. I never had chorizo before. So I'm like, what's chorizo? And they're like, it's a Mexican sausage. I'm like, oh, let's try it up. And it had a little spice to it. I noticed it had a little kick, but the chorizo omelet was really good. And they make their home fried potatoes, like big chunky potatoes. I was like, yeah, I'm in.
So I don't know the woman's name. Gwendolyn something, British, really tall.
Gwendolyn Christine.
Thank you. Yes, from Game of Thrones. Through that entire series, the Lady Knight.
Brienne of Tarth.
There you go. Gina's laughing because she knows what I'm going to say. Any scene that she's in, she has an expression on her face like somebody just slapped her with a big wet fish. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
She's
very stoic. Yeah.
I actually, I had a meme that I threw out on Twitter back when it was Twitter, and it like got a bunch of attention. Like, it's like more or less like her facial expressions in the series, and like every time she's on screen, she looks like somebody just hit her with a wet fish. Prove me wrong, So people started they started like superimposing like with using AI to put a smile on her face, or
Yeah. Yeah. She was.
But yeah, that one went like a little viral for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had a few over the years. God, my one video of sidewalk driving, man, that saw like over 100. I think it's up to over 100,000 views now.
Let's take a look. Let's pull up the Ghetto Theater of Wilkes-Barre. Buy the shirt.
I don't have any kind of presence on Facebook with the Ghetto Theater. I'll
be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Yeah, it's just my own profile, and it would be like somewhere under my videos. I don't know, but I did a meme of Tom Wolfe during COVID the one time, and that thing took on a life.
He probably blew up like a lot.
So that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't realize. Like when you see like memes and stuff that I'll post, I made those. I don't just whatever they call it, like shit posting, or I actually take the time and make my own stuff, and it's like my own humor.
Well, your real pisser video got is that like 85,000 views. That's your most popular right now.
That's on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got one on Facebook. It was like one that like I look for like longer videos to put on YouTube, something that's going to be at least 5 minutes.
Right.
When it comes to the stuff I put on Facebook, it's like I don't really have like much of anything. It's just, all I have is maybe like 30 seconds of something. And that's what this was. It was about 30 seconds of a car, driving on the sidewalk.
Damn.
And yeah, well, I mean, I have a whole section devoted to
93.2 thousand.
Oh, it didn't hit 100 yet?
Not that I see. I'm just making sure that's the right one.
Is what it is. Oh, thanks, John.
Yeah, it's 93,000.2.
John, considering that you're in some of it, you know, like when I would clip city council meetings off YouTube. Yeah. Fortunately, those things are public. Well, yeah, I don't really post as much anymore to YouTube. I do have a video I'm going to put out right now. I have one I've been sitting on forever. I've been debating on putting out because it's somebody being released from prison onto North Main Street. It's like a bail bondsman bonding somebody out and like right in front of my house.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, okay, well, if the guy feels safe here, like because of all the cameras or something, I don't want to take that away from him. Like, oh, well, every time I'm going to let somebody out of the car on North Main, this guy's just going to
right
throw
in
it
front
on
of Mike's
YouTube.
house. Yeah. Avenger 6 has The Shining is great, but so, The Shining is a good horror flick. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shining. The original Halloween, I like. The second, third, fourth,
okay,
fifth.
Jay's turned into Max Headroom now.
Forget it. I like the original one. Did Rachel put that? Go back. Crap. I think that came from Rachel.
I think Rachel.
I think it's Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel was saying the Shining, and
Out,
Rachel, you're right. The Shining is an excellent horror movie. I just started watching Nosferatu because it's on Peacock, and I get Peacock.
The series?
No, the movie with Willem Dafoe. It just came out like last year.
The one that just came out.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through it. I started it last night and then I fell asleep halfway through. I got to finish it later.
So I watched a series. I want to say it was Nosferatu. It was called. It's really weird.
Check out. See, like all that is based on a film from from the silent movie era. I forget what year it was put out. It wasn't a talkie though. The guy that they have playing the vampire is absolutely creepy. It's just the movie's amazing, and I mean, like the fact that it's a silent movie to me makes it even more amazing. It's just really cool. You see it clipped all the time because it's now in the public domain because it's so old. But yeah, it's not Nosferatu, the original one, from the silent movie era, is an amazing film. I like the old movies like that, like with.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the Christopher Lawton, I believe his name was. When he played the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, okay, I remember that. Like, I vaguely remember watching that movie with my dad years ago.
Yeah, black and white. It's like from 31, I believe.
Yeah.
And, that's the one where he's ringing the bells.
Nice.
Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
Okay, Rachel, does anyone love Mr. Beast? I don't know who the hell Mr. Beast is. Like, I heard of him, but I have no clue who he is. Yeah,
Mr. Belvedere?
No, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. He's a big time YouTuber, content creator guy.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Benny Hill is awesome. I used to love watching Benny Hill all the time.
My favorite British comedy of all time has to be The Young Ones. I love The Young Ones. Oh my God. They only did 12 episodes, but they are hilarious. I love British humor. So yeah, I grew up on Benny Hill. My grandfather enjoyed it, so. I remember saying,
really
like,
quick, I want to show everybody Mike's one video from the Ghetto channel called "Real Pisser" because it just looks interesting.
The guy that I took him to court.
Let's watch, everybody.
Let's go to picture. Let's go to picture.
Did you yell at him?
I was upstairs. I was upstairs. I was on the third floor. I was homesick from work that day.
Would have been funny as hell if you like opened up a window and like just dropped something on his head.
Not possible to do.
Ah, that would have been funny as hell though. That would have been comical. A 2-minute whiz. Does he like fall? He like drunk or? Oh, he just had to take a piss.
I'll tell you after. The echo drives me insane. The echo drives me insane.
Oh, I forgot to mute myself. Damn it! Sorry.
Yeah, this footage was actually used in court.
Are you trying to get all the attention? Are you trying to get all the attention?
What happened? You can see he's walking up. He's walking up towards Hollenbach. Yes, John remembers that one. He was walking up towards Hollenbach. Well, he saw how baggy his pants were. He lost them somewhere, and he started chasing. Like this was around, I don't know, like 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. There were children at Dan Flood at the time, and he started chasing little kids around with his pants off.
Yeah. Oh Jesus!
So he got arrested for that. The police were. They responded to my call first, and then they got called up there, and it was the same guy. So they asked me. They came back later and asked me, "Hey, we're trying to build." This guy was just apparently like all over Main Street, just doing stuff.
Right.
We're trying to build a case against him. Would you be willing to go to court? I'm like, absolutely. Would you be willing to allow us to use this footage in trial against him? Absolutely. Take it. So yeah, I put on a suit, tied my hair back, went to court, and he was, for my part of it, he was fined $300 in court costs.
Why?
He was. They had him on closed circuit TV from the prison. He was facing a lot of charges that day. Not everybody pressed charges. I did, because when I saw basically I was sick in bed, and I have a camera monitor above my bed.
Okay.
And I happened to look up at the monitor when he came out of the alley, and he was on his way up the street. It's like, wait a minute, he was, and I went back on. I had my phone next to me. I went back because you can just scroll back on the cameras with your phone. I went back on the camera and saw what he did. And it's like I was furious. I actually called 911, reported it, and they came out. But yeah, ended up, I mean, obviously chasing children around with no pants is a lot worse.
Yeah.
But they kind of wanted to get him on as many things as they could to keep him there for a while. So I was very happy to cooperate with that effort.
So, yeah, that's like, if you were able to like open a window and drop something on his head, that would have been like really cool as hell. I think anyway, that would have been interesting. That made good video.
Mike, get one of the cats. I'm sure Xavier's probably right there.
on my Facebook profile, we have 36 people watching. Thank you to all who's watching on my profile. Appreciate it. I don't know.
Looks like Mike froze again.
Yeah, it looks like Mike froze again. Let me check. We are streaming on the Simple Ceremonies page. And there's 4 watching from Simple Ceremonies. Thank you who's watching on Simple Ceremonies. And let's see, SGW Entertainment, the main page. We keep losing Mike. Hold on, we gotta bring Mike back. Mike Hunt. There he is.
Okay, I'm frozen. I'm still frozen at the bottom.
On SGW Media, we have 17 people. We have 17 people watching, 5 comments.
Mike, do you have a loose Ethernet cable or something?
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
No, what it is, I don't know. Like a lot of times, in previous weeks, my screen would start to. I'd have to touch my screen because it would start to like do the fade out thing.
Yeah.
Now it just, I don't know. I think it has something to do with. I'm on Google this time because I was having problems going through email. I don't know what it is.
Well, that's why I left the link like it was last week, just so people would have like not have issues. Gina,
I
feel like what I would,
and not
if
just
it were
on
me,
the computer.
if it were me doing this, I would probably there's a program called OBS Studio. I would probably use that for all the back end stuff. It's a lot more reliable, it seems, than what Restream can do.
Never heard of it. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, it's freeware, but it's really good. It's like Linux level freeware, where you have a bunch of really good people developing it. And
I want to grow everything, and that might be a good idea.
And what it would do basically is you have to pick channels. You'd be on less channels, but then again, you could probably, if you're on less channels, like we're on Fred's channel, we're on Gina's channel, we're on my channel, your channel,
right?
Too many places, I mean, I realize that each of us probably have our own audience, but at the same time, it would probably be like more efficient if we just put it out on YouTube, or just picked one platform, Facebook, YouTube, basically. I guess maybe like wherever it's most popular. I don't know.
It's a good. It's a thought. It's an idea. I was looking to somehow
definitely a good idea.
Definitely. I mean, you got to look at, say, like the most successful the person who's probably the most successful at this stuff is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has an $8 million deal with Spotify. Spotify is where he's carried live, and then the rebroadcasts are like on YouTube and Apple.
Okay.
But everybody knows to find them on Spotify if they want to hear the live show.
Joe Rogan. I never really watched him on his podcast or his Spotify cast, but didn't after Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla left the Man Show, I think him and some other guy tried to replace him and do the Man Show, and it just did not work.
As far as I know, Rogan did that Fear Factor thing.
Yeah, Fear Factor, news radio with Dave Foley. Good show. Kind of an underappreciated show from the 90s.
All right, we got a challenge, guys. We got a challenge from Rachel. Who wants to play favorite with me? We got challenged by Rachel. All right, Rachel, let's bring it.
Fortnite?
I've never played Fortnite, ever.
Yeah, me neither.
My son plays it.
Yeah, I've never.
Oh, Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Sorry. Oh,
I thought Fortnite was like a British thing that means 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, we're talking about this cool game that the kids play nowadays. Fortnite.
I do online gaming. I'm more a goth on Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, nice.
I used to like when I would play like something on the computer when it wasn't live, but I had three programs which I can't. The discs are so warped from playing them 30 million times. Railroad Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon. I used to play Railroad Tycoon for like hours, literally just worn out the disc.
Well, if you want to go old school, I used to really enjoy Civilization 3.
Oh yeah.
But with my new
thing is, I would do all the cheat codes. I'd basically start off with I always play the Roman Empire, and I would start off with Marines and tanks, and I'd have like all my railroads and everything done. Like I'd be basically like the advanced civilization coming into a world of barbarians.
Yeah.
And I'd always make sure like well, no, it's just a thing that actually comes with Civilization, like one of the versions of 3. And I'd always like make like this meteor crater, like a caldera kind of thing, and it would be surrounded by water, and it would be like concentric rings, like almost like the Atlantis myth. And then I'd put the Roman Empire on an island in the middle with maybe like 3 or 4 cities. And I'd have like I'd literally like use nuclear weapons against like barbarian tribes and stuff like that just for fun.
Yeah, I loved Railroad Tycoon. Like your deals, like you had so long of a time to like connect. You had to connect one city to another, build your whole your empire, and like outdo your opponents, which was pretty cool. Avenger said, never seen a TikTok video. You're probably not missing anything.
Oh, I got TikTok videos of the cats. I don't have any followers, though.
When I open up my TikTok, I get like really like stupid shit. Literally, it's like stupid shit. And like, what the fuck? What the hell? Sorry. Like,
do you follow anybody on TikTok?
What was that?
Do you follow anybody on TikTok?
I don't even. I have no idea. Like, I barely use it. I have people following me, and I don't even know how to use TikTok.
Never had it on my phone.
Cornhole, yeah, cornhole. I'm the great cornhole.
Good time, man. Cornhole, beanbag toss, whatever you want to call it. It's just a great time. Great time.
Remember back in the day when we were able to play lawn darts, or when you were able to buy lawn darts?
Yeah, before people started getting killed and having them stuck in their heads.
Feet, yeah.
Well, yeah, I played lawn darts in my life.
Rachel, I must be under a rock. Oh, yeah, sorry. Slipped. Recently got horrified for 50 cents. Universal Monsters board game. It's
oh, my beard's crooked.
Uncrooked it. Uncrooked.
You guys ever play like Cards Against Humanity? You ever play games like that?
No, but I wanted to.
On my phone, I play darts. Like for a while, I'll play like darts on my phone. It's called Darts Club. It's we're going those game apps.
Is it like Fight Club?
I don't know. But with this though, you have to when you shoot, you start off with like 300 points. Whoever gets to 0 first wins, and it's like it's pretty cool.
I think I played that one before.
Honestly, the whole thing with not cursing on YouTube, Rachel, is YouTube has algorithms, and they will bury you if the algorithm, picks up on too many curse words.
Yeah, I try not to, but once in a while it slips. Sorry. I try not to in my videos and on here. I try not to use curse words, but once in a while it slips. So I apologize.
You're human.
You're
human. Excused.
A cat like Rogan, he can do it because he's no matter what he does.
He
puts a video out on YouTube, like the playback of his podcast.
Right.
He's gonna see within probably like 6 hours, he's probably gonna get like 3 million views on it.
So he isn't gonna do nothing for him. They're not gonna say anything.
Well, it's just people are actively searching his content.
Right. So YouTube is gonna be like, hey, yeah, they're not gonna. Oh, we're gonna ban you for 30 days. Yeah, no, they're not gonna do that.
Well, they might. Depending on what he says, YouTube, which of course is owned by Google.
But no, Rachel though. So yeah, I try not to, and I don't need to. Sometimes it slips once in a blue moon. I do live under a rock. Let's go.
Live under a rock.
Live.
Oh, I thought
we're coming to you live from under a rock
with Venger 6. But no, it's
that sounds fun, Brad.
I mean, I've heard all about it, because some of my coworkers, are boomers, and I have a lot of boomers in my family, and there's a real disconnect. Even the lingo that my wife and I had when we were in high school is completely different now.
Yeah, the kids don't say the kids just don't say 23 skidoo anymore.
Right.
23 skidoo. Go take a powder.
I was going to say. Oh,
I grew up with a guy who was born in 1905. So.
Oh yeah, that's quite the age gap.
So just a quick throw out. If you guys like the Outside the Box show and you want to check out our merchandise, click that QR code. It'll take you to the shop zone, and you can see all of our merch, from shirts to mugs to glasses to license plate frames. Check it out. And
I carved the logo in fecal matter once.
Okay. I just lost my train of thought on that one.
I'm sorry.
Now, guys, for my local eats and takeouts brand, where you find the good hot dog and shirts and foodaholic shirts, click that QR code. You can see everything we got. Check it out. Get your shirt today.
Come here, Bambino. Bambino.
Yeah, Jay, we finally tried pizza from Booyah tonight, man. I gotta say, it was good.
Really
good.
Now, do they make it there? Or is it like from another? Like
they must make it there, man. I mean, because I ordered online and I ran into Garrity's for like 20 minutes, and then I picked up my food. It was hot and steaming right out of the box. They must have like a wood-fired oven in the back now, because they're doing really good pizza, man. Like, honestly, if it was subpar, I would tell you, but it was amazing. It was really, really good. I'm so glad we finally tried it.
Yeah, I was debating. I'm like, pizza from Booyah. Then I forgot. Actually, I forgot all about them when I saw your post. I was like, oh yeah, they do have pizza.
Try it, man. I really don't think you'll be disappointed. It's really, really good.
No, definitely gonna have to check that. And while I'm thinking of it, so you guys saw today who follow my food videos. I did the what was today? I can't remember. Today was the or actually yesterday was Mystic Kitchen and my potato and cheese dog video. This Friday coming up from KJ's Pickle Barrel. You lost my again.
Ow.
Hang on there, Mikey.
Mikey.
Hold on, I'm trying to get him in.
Hello. What happened to you, Mikey?
He is there.
Welcome. He is back.
My system's running like a lag or something tonight, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Every so often I have to go and like reset my network just to like reboot everything, and I haven't done that lately. That could be it.
Venger, where are you located again? Are you in Texas?
He's the man.
What part of Texas are you in, Venge? Refresh my memory. And are you a Dallas Cowboys fan? You don't have to answer that on live, but if you'd like to, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan.
It's while we're waiting for Venger's response. Yeah, so my next week's video is going to be from KJ's Pickle Barrel, where I got it's called the Uptown. It's their like version of a pastrami sandwich, and
Uptown girl, she's been living in.
Did I missing something here?
Graham, Texas.
I can only sing so much of a song before copyright strike sinks in. So I gotta be careful.
Matt, I'm gonna tell you something. I have videos, okay, I uploaded for every Friday from now until let's see, May 2nd. And my May 2nd, the last video I have up right now from in May 2nd is going to be Dee's Diner in Plains. We got KJ's Pickle Barrel. Then the week after, Pizza Lovin' in Exeter. We got Avenue Restaurant on March 21st. The Crewman and Mrs. Crewman's recommendation, Tang's Asian Cuisine. Then after that, it's Amagon's Diner. Then Spare Time Pizza, Yummy Bowl, Aldo's Pizzeria, Sicilian Bella, and then Dee's Diner. So yeah, I have every Friday. I have one coming up until May.
Okay, I just have one correction.
What?
One slight little correction for you here. So yes, Mrs. Crewman and I do love Tangs, but that was all that credit goes to my brother for that one because he is loyal to Tangs. He goes there often, and I think he probably tried it before I did. So I think maybe he turned me onto it. But he was just like, dude, you got to tell Jay to go to Tangs. And I was like, yeah, so I'm really happy you got there. But that was all Matt P.
It was all right, Matt. So we're gonna give kudos to the brother, Matt. Matt
Yep.
P. But yeah, I liked about Tangs though is like you felt like they want you to be there. Like they wanted you to come in. Hey, here, try. So I walk in, I'm like, well, I'm new. Vincent, the black hole, Vincent. Yeah, that's not old Bob. That's Vincent. I walk in, I'm like, first time here. Here, come sit down. Is this good for you? Like wow. Then the lady comes out. How's everything? It's good, you know. You need more of this, need more soda. Like, wow. Talk about, like, you know, professional and like, you know, what? I'm like, cool. But I got the Tang shrimp, and it was like this. I was like, holy mother.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting like little
You
shrimp.
don't leave there hungry.
Well, what was that?
You really never leave there hungry.
No.
I'm sure you're hungry an hour later, though.
Well, yeah, for sure. Good point.
Every Monday.
He's not joking either.
There's old Bob.
He is not joking around. He is there weekly. That's like,
I believe it. And I got
that's like practically his office.
I tried Mongolian chicken. Never had it before, but I'm like, you know what? I'm in a new place. I tried the shrimp. I tried the Mongolian chicken. No, I asked her,
tastes like chicken.
Is it hot? Like, is it? She's like, oh, it's a little spicy. But it wasn't like I tasted flavor, but I didn't really get like, I think it was one spot I ate and that was like, wow, that's a little bit spicy. But that was it. I liked it though. It was good. They gave you a lot. You got a nice thing of rice, and I'm definitely going back.
We always get the Mongolian beef there, which is really good. So I'm sure the Mongolian chicken rolls too.
I'll have to try the beef.
Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah.
But yeah. So guys,
Jay, I meant to ask you, what did you think of? Did you get a chance to watch more of Lost in the Pond?
The what?
Lost in the Pond.
Oh, I started and I was like, I like some of his videos, man. It was like pretty good. I said this last week I was kind of not really because I've been trying to bust ass working all week, but I really have. But yeah, no, I started watching Lost in the Pond, and I like, from what I saw, I liked. I like his. I'm like, his accent's cool. I like his accent.
Yeah, he's just a fun person, I think.
Been working on a story to where we. Okay, Venger's working on something. He's working on a story.
Nice.
Cool. I'm trying to write a song, but it's not really going anywhere. Trying.
I wrote a novel once.
Yes, he did.
See, I want to make like a parody song to Billy Joel's Allentown.
Oh God, we're living here in Allentown.
But I want to make it like, because I'm a food guy and I'm a hot dog guy, and that's so I want to try, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
See, like mine was, and they let all the dogs out of the pound. Or I had this cadence better, and let them loose to run around.
I started maybe Venger could put his musical talents together too and finish. It's like, so I would start off going, we're hot dogging here in Allentown, where those condiments are always around, and then keep going because like Raw Doggin is always playing. I'm trying to I always try and do one up on him. New York City, when I went to New York City. Oh, I went to New York when I went to New York.
I think death metal would work better for that.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for it. So you figure out how to write shit stuff. My brother. Okay, so Venger flew into New York when he went to New York City. What do you think of New York City? I was in New York City once. I went to the Garden. That was interesting. We went. That was part of my Kiss story. Went to see Kiss in at the Garden. We're on our way back. We're going back to my friend's. We were at my friend's aunt and uncle's house. We took the train from. Was it Brooklyn or the Bronx? I can't remember. But we took a subway from it into the Garden. So after the concert, we missed the 11 o'clock. So we had to wait for like the midnight one or something. And my friend goes, whatever you see, whatever you do not watch, just turn away. Okay. Then I realized why she said that. Like not too many minutes later, you saw people pushing like a popcorn machine, and see these two other kids come walking up, or guys like, hey, how about some, like trying to harass them, like, hey, give us some popcorn and blah blah, and then like within like 2 minutes you see cops walking around, so that kind of ended that really quick. But yeah, So we finally get our train. We're going back to where we came from. And this one guy, I don't know if he was drunk on speed or what, but he keeps sticking his head out the window. I said to my buddies, I'm like, I'm waiting for like all of a sudden, like for the body, like, you know, for his head to get decapitated and just like a body fall in. Because he literally kept sticking his head out the window of this train, the subway. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get back. But there's one place I never went to, and that's a White Castle. Never been to White Castle.
Dude, you gotta take a road trip. Just go down to the Lehigh Valley. There's a couple White Castles in Allentown, Whitehall, I believe. Yeah,
I'll have to do it this summer. I'll have to make a road trip.
yeah. I mean, they're very popular in New Jersey.
Yeah,
So
in New York, but I'm not driving to New York or New Jersey. Well, I drove to New Jersey for Hot Dog Johnny's, but that was only about an hour and a half. Oh,
yeah. I'm going to tell you where the closest White Castle is. I'm curious myself. So I'm going to tell you where the closest one is. And then when you have time and stuff, man, you map out like a nice day trip for yourself. It'll be really cool. Let me see. White Castle.
Here's what kills me, and I can't do long road trips anymore. Like I'll get there, I'll eat, I get tired. I'm trying to not fall asleep and drive. And
right.
So I'd have to have someone go with me, you know, to finish driving home because I can't do it anymore.
Would the GF go with you, Jay? Maybe she would go be up for a road trip to White Castle.
She doesn't have a license. She can't drive. But
okay.
She can't drive.
Yeah, the closest one.
Only come in one size.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay, the closest one to us is in Whitehall Township, Allentown, basically. So
okay, that's about an hour and a half run, isn't it? Maybe under
about
2.
Yeah, I mean
45
very
minutes
very close to Yakos. Remember you went to Yakos last year? It's
Yakos was about an hour and a half
from Yakos. Yeah,
Yakos
same commute.
And
same type of drive, yeah.
Well, I would love to go to White Castle. In the summertime when I'm on vacation, make a road trip, I'd love to go.
Yeah, I should do it. Maybe someday they'll open one locally. That would be cool.
Right.
We're patiently waiting for a White Castle in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, we don't have enough chain restaurants.
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah. Well, good call.
I was following up on what Steph said a couple shows ago. It was a last show. They're going to be opening a Wawa in Exeter. I couldn't pinpoint the location as to where it's going to be yet. So we're going to have to wait on that and see who pulls in more Wawa or Sheets.
Yeah.
I kind of like Sheets though. Well, because it's closer and I feel like driving over to Wilkes-Barre Township to go to Wawa. But it's you know how if you go into Sheets they'll have a specialty item they'll make, like it was a burger pack of sliders, but it had like caramelized onions and some type of sauce. It was actually really good. And I don't remember if I did a video or not. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh no, because the girlfriend called and I stopped the video because I was talking to her and I never finished. So yeah, that didn't happen. It's I don't have Venger. You don't. There's a place there. How far are you from Amarillo, Venger? There's a steak place that has this like big steak challenge.
I saw that with John Candy, and they brought out this enormous steak for him to eat.
Not John
and he did it, and he got his picture on the wall.
Was it John Candy? I thought it was. I mean the Man versus Food guy did it. I think.
I'm talking about a movie. Not. Was it Uncle Buck?
I like
Dan Aykroyd.
I like Sheetz because it's just like literally right down the road. It's close, and you can get hot dogs.
Yeah, I think their hot dogs are made up from ground up zoo animals, though. I think that's why they can make them so cheap.
Tasted good with chili, mustard, and onions on it, though. Let me tell you, tasted really good. Or you get it with their boom boom sauce, boom boom sauce. That kicks butt too.
Come here.
Oh, okay.
There's my Ozzy. There's my Ozzy.
Years ago, before Cognizant became Cognizant, it was still called TMG Health. We had an office down in Amarillo, and when we would send reps down, we'd send like a supervisor that would go down every once in a while. They'd fly him down. This restaurant who had this big, where Man vs. Food did this big steak challenge, is like literally like right near the hotel that they would put the reps up and put the guy up in. And he went one night and did it, and I wish I could remember the name. Zoo Dogs.
So is Cognizant hiring, Jay?
I sent Gina. I gave her the link. I don't know.
I didn't necessarily mean for Gina.
Oh,
I just, just in case the off chance that I get doged.
They have many different departments, so I don't know if they're hiring for process exec, which is what I am, but they could be in like appeals and grievances or claim, but I gave Gina the link. It's cognizant.com.
Okay.
And you click on careers and you like.
Okay. Yeah, it's in our group chat.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in any danger, but I'm the kind of person I like to think at least 10 moves ahead. So,
but you never know what could happen in the next year.
Well, we got an email, my department. We got an email more or less telling us, like, number one, you're not allowed to take the buyout. If you take it, you won't get it. And that has to do with, there's a stipulation in there where what in the agency is called frontline employees, which means we actually deal with the public. For me, it's over the phone, but still. Also, number two, I'm considered essential personnel, which if there's a government shutdown, I have to work without pay. A lot of the people that you're seeing in D.C. that are getting laid off, or Philly now, because they laid off, from what I understand, a bunch of IRS agents in Philly. Or I shouldn't say laid off, they furloughed. Anyway.
I heard they dumped a lot of like IRS tax agents right in the middle of tax season, or beginning of tax season, I should say.
Well, it's the kind of thing, like they hired 88,000 people to go after people for not reporting their tips and not reporting, that was the Biden era thing. He hired 88,000 agents, field agents with guns, which why does the IRS need guns? But anyway, they were supposed to go after people who say they were getting paid for different things that they were selling online via Venmo or PayPal or something.
Right.
And they weren't reporting it on their tax forms. So they were going out and auditing people like over, taxes on tips. And I'm sorry, just to me, that's really shady stuff for a government to be doing. They're calling it a dividend. I actually went out on X and a couple other platforms and called out Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They found the one program in the USAID. The one program was actually it cost the American taxpayer $512 million.
Damn.
And the idea just popped into my head. Hey, they've come up with $55 billion in waste just from that one department. $55 billion. If you wanted to make every American, if you look at how many people pay taxes in this country, it's in the most recent numbers from 2022, and it's about 168 million people. So round it up, say 170 million. If you gave everybody $1 million, that would cost $170 million.
Right.
So I mean, if you have money to spend 500, like more, almost double that, $512 million to watch, you know, I don't know, the behavior of puppies on cocaine or whatever it was. If you have $500 million to do that, why can't you give every taxpayer $1 million? Now that money's being, you know, taken away from that, yeah,
right.
Because I look at it as the robbery of generational wealth. Like I'm like my fourth generation of my family paying taxes. You know, that's literally like the robbery of generational wealth. I say give every taxpayer $1 million. It's not 5,000. I wouldn't say no to five grand, but
neither would I. Venture with the company I work at. I mean, you do have personal, like you can go personal. We ask, like if we're like AHOD, if we're really like queuing and we have like a lot of calls in the call queue. When you have to go, like we used to ask, like if you have to go personal, just kind of make it as quick as you can. You know, like you don't say, like, oh, you only have 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes, like we say if you just depending on what the call, like if we have nothing in call queue, hey, if you have to go, you have to go. But it's like the only time they'll say anything is if we're like really AHOD, all hands on deck with like we're really queuing in the call queue. They'll say if you have to go personal, just please make it as quickly as possible. But yeah, that's really the only personal stipulation with us.
That's the difference in my job. Like when I'm on the phone, it's me calling out. I don't. We do get
call people out. No. Now they say Social Security will never call you.
Yeah, AARP says that, and they're not a government agency, so take that with a grain of salt. If you send a form to Social Security, if there's something wrong with that form, me or somebody else will call you about it. Yeah, I mostly call out, though I do take incoming calls, especially now because we have so many outgoing calls for Medicare.
Oh yeah. Well, now like what we're doing now is with Medicare to all the new members for their federal employee drug program, they're sending out LEP letters, like want to know who you had drug with coverage before coming onto our plan. So everybody waits to the last minute to either, fax or mail or call it or whatever they're doing. Now the enrollment department is getting so backed up with everything. That's why we've been called out to help process those. Like, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be processing late enrollment penalty forms so people don't get penalized. But yeah, it's like
we don't do fax anymore. Too insecure.
And the way our Medicare, they'll only accept it fax or mail. They won't do email. They won't do fax or mail only. Or now we can do it over the phone, but no email. People are like, why won't you do email? It's their policy, not ours. That's what Medicare says. No. That's what they tell us.
Oh, I just realized because you were talking about all those IRS agents getting laid off, just in time for tax season. The 88,000 weren't hired to, they were hired to do audits. They weren't hired to, process tax forms. So those are field agents. They're out. They're supposed to be out in the field doing audits. And you know what? I'm sorry, but the less IRS auditors out there, the better. And if anything should get audited, it's the IRS. In fact, I'm really looking forward to what Elon will find or will not find at Fort Knox. Rand Paul's been trying to get into Fort Knox for 10 years, and they won't let him in. He's the sitting senator for Kentucky. So if he can't get into Fort Knox, there's been rumors for many years that it's one of the reasons why they took us off the gold standard in the 60s.
They say that Fort Knox is supposed to be like impenetrable, like nobody can get into Fort Knox.
Yeah, and from what I understand, they're guarding nothing because they're guarding a myth. They're guarding a lie. they did open it up. I remember like back in the 70s because the rumors have been prevalent ever since we went out the gold standard in the early 60s that there's nothing in there. And they went in like with a camera crew from some TV station and, hey, look, we'll open this vault. There's gold in here. And we'll open this vault and there's gold in here. So you see, there's at least 2 vaults in here with gold. It's supposed to be filled with gold.
Maybe they have the Ark of the Covenant at Fort Knox.
That's actually
I'm pretty sure it's in Zimbabwe, right?
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Yes.
That would be cool to actually see the actual Ark of the Covenant. That would be awesome.
They always pick the oldest priest, in that Ethiopian church. They always pick the priest who's oldest, more or less because they're going to die within six months to a year. Being given that the duty, they say guarding the Ark, but they always die the same way. They get cancer and die.
No, I didn't. The crewman put up about the Saturday Night Live. I forgot it was even on, and I didn't watch it. I used to watch Saturday Night Live like way back in the day.
It's not funny anymore.
I was gonna say we used to watch it when it was funny.
Like I watched around the era of like the Wayne's World era. That's when I kind of watched. That's when I was tuning into it. I watch old segments on YouTube, like with the Blues Brothers, like John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, the Samurai, like when he was the Samurai.
Oh yeah.
But like recently, like I remember Eddie Murphy's Buckwheat, like back in the Richard Pryor, like way back. Recently, like I haven't watched it probably in the last 10 years.
It was their 50th anniversary special. They had Bill Murray, Jane Curtin, Garrett Morris, Chevy Chase, everyone from every surviving member of the original cast. Dan Aykroyd wasn't there. Gilda Radner passed away, obviously, but there were people there from each generation of SNL. You had Sandler, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, etc. It was a good special. It was on last Sunday. It was really good.
It was.
So they had a Saturday Night Live reunion on a Sunday.
Sunday. That makes sense. How you doing, Mike? Mike Oxlon.
I'm good.
We got Mike Ox in the house. Gidgy Cat, what's happening? Thanks for hanging with us.
Kicking it over here with Mike Cat.
But it's. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this because I do have to get to work. For those that just may have tuned in, I'm actually working the Midnight Oil tonight. I have to log in and do some work. So I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight, checking out the Shop Zone. Buy the merch. Get the Ghetto Theater shirt. Get the Sick Myth shirt. We have to make a GM. I have to make a GM the Cat Lady shirt. Check out my local Eat stuff. Again, next Thursday, guys, say some prayers if you're a prayer person going in for surgery. I mean, it's something that they always do, but still, I'm still like, oh shit, oh poop. So I will see everybody next Saturday, hopefully, as long as I could see, which I won't look like God, whatever I care. I don't want to look as long as I can see. But I will let everybody know. I will do a video, let know how the surgery went. You guys are awesome as always. Thanks for hanging out. Be good.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Later.
Good night, guys. Take care.
Bye.